I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Senator John Kennedy decried calls for Supreme Court reform at Tuesday's Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. Democrats are calling for ethics changes, in large part due to the refusal of Justice Clarence Thomas to recuse himself from cases they say he is personally connected to. The Louisiana Republican said that he would not, quote, be part of any change to the Supreme Court. Let's listen in to the Republican's remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to all our witnesses. I will not be a part of any effort that is intended to or has the consequence of destabilizing the institution of the United States Supreme Court or our federal judiciary. I won't do it. I will not be a part of any effort to change the United States Supreme Court because I do not like the way that it is voting. The integrity of the court is as important as the integrity of this body. It is as important as the integrity of the executive branch. It is as important as the integrity of the United States Constitution. Judges are not supposed to be politicians with robes. Judges are not supposed to tell us what the law ought to be. They are supposed to tell us what the law is. That doesn't mean that sometimes judges don't make law. What's reasonable or unreasonable under the Fourth Amendment is a topic that our judges have to assess every day. But they have to, or at least they should, assess it with an open mind and with an understanding of the purpose of that constitutional amendment. Now, this is America. You're entitled to believe what you want. And you're entitled to say it. I don't much agree with my woker fellow Americans who think they're smarter and more virtuous than the American people, who think they have a monopoly on the truth. I believe they have the right to say what they want to, but I also believe you don't have the right. You're not really free if you can't express yourself, if you can't say what you think. So I'm not suggesting that this is not a topic that we shouldn't talk about. In fact, I'm interested in hearing what all of you have to say, particularly about the consequences, if any, of this legislation on the separation of powers. I think that's I'm rather fond of the Constitution. I'm rather fond of the part about the three branches of government. I'd like to maintain them. I'd like to lift up the institutions of the Constitution, including the United States Supreme Court. I'm not interested in tearing them down because I don't happen to like the way they vote. Dark money has been mentioned repeatedly. A great deal of money is being spent by conservatives, moderates, liberals in America. They have the right to spend that money to petition their government. I don't think it's fair just to blame one particular side. You know, the American people aren't stupid. They're not morons. They may not read Aristotle every day because they're too busy earning a living. But the American people can see that all sides are represented in this so-called dark money. I've been disappointed in the way the Supreme Court has voted before. I've been reading Supreme Court opinions since I was in law school. And I realize what you're thinking. You know, life is short. Kennedy should get one. But I enjoy reading Supreme Court opinions. For the longest time, it was part of my job when I taught in law school. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. But I have never, and never will, attack the institution of the United States Supreme Court.